Oh man. Well, Halloween flew by. It's almost Thanksgiving, and before you know it, the holidays are here. Time to start thinking about gift giving.
Yeah, what's always a hot item? The gift of technology.
Always. Time to compute this with Thor Schrock of Schrock Innovations.
You like the nachos, right?
He liked that joke.
I've been known to consume a few nachos from time to time.
Yeah,
love them.
Not
Sour.
your
I like
typical
guac. You gotta have guac, sour cream. You gotta.
I don't know. I just like
melted cheese.
When you go to like
cheese?
at the Champions Club at Memorial Stadium, there's a nacho stand there, and you just walk up there and you don't really know what they're putting on it, but you just get the nachos and they're delicious.
Yeah,
so,
I like them. I don't eat them a lot, but they're good. But let's move on.
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
No
what
nachos.
ads have we seen already?
All right, so a couple ads have come out, and it's
Already?
yeah, already, yeah. It's like if you know how they do that at the store where you see the sign that hangs from the ceiling and it says how many shopping days you have left before Christmas. When I was a kid, it was always shopping days. Then it became like shopping weekends. And then it was shopping weeks before that, so that they can get that number really small, and it makes you just get that sense of urgency when you're in the store. Like, I have to buy everything
That's
now.
kind of a good marketing plan.
Yeah. So basically what's going on with Black Friday is we've seen a trend, a few trends popping up now. We've had ads out from Costco, which I actually had a customer email me a picture of the Costco ad laughing because it was a typo because of one of their desktop computers was coming with 64 gigabytes of memory.
64 gigabytes of memory.
Most people have 4 or 8 in a computer,
Yeah,
4 or
that's
12,
a lot.
and like the holiday special at Schrock's going to have 16 this year.
Yeah.
So 64 is
it's
a
an amazing
crazy amount of memory. And he said, oh, this has to be a typo. And I thought, that could be a typo, but it's not physically impossible. Like the holiday special could go up to 64 if you wanted to. So I went and looked on their website. Sure enough, it's on their website too as having 64 gigs
So
of
is it
RAM.
really 64
Yeah,
gigs?
it's a $1,700 computer that's got a good processor, lots of really slow RAM, and then a really slow solid state hard drive.
Right.
So
the memory's good,
Yeah,
right? But the other stuff isn't.
It's that same thing. When you go to buy a computer or a piece of technology, they know that you're going to go to the store or you're going to go to Amazon and you're going to look at the bullet points. It's funny because here we've gone from like brick and mortar stores to online shopping, and there's still like 5 bullet points to make a purchase decision.
Yeah.
Like this.
You got to click on
this.
the button underneath that says specs.
Yeah,
right?
show me more specs, and then it gets into detail, but no one knows what they're looking at. So some of the trends that we're seeing this year, tablets are out.
Are they? Not as many people buying tablets?
No, actually, the tablet market's been in decline all year. If you guys had to guess,
Because everybody has them already?
what's the most popular tablet?
iPad.
Okay, by how much do you think? Like of 100% of the market, how many people?
97%.
Oh, I'd say 65.
Try 25%.
Only 25%?
25% of the
I'm saying
public has an iPad.
97.
The rest of them, they're almost, obviously all the others are Android. Amazon Fire actually gained on them. They got up to 12% market share with the Amazon Fire tablet, and then everybody else has the
I just
rest.
feel like everybody has an iPad.
It's
but
your
maybe not.
bubble.
She's in a bubble.
You're in the Apple bubble.
She
My
is.
bubble of no friends.
So what are people looking for then? If they're not looking for tablets?
Yeah, they're not looking for cheap computers either this year. They're not looking for that awful computer that you get on like the day before Thanksgiving are now available on November 3rd at Dell.com. November 3rd, what? I thought it was Black Friday. But anyway, you can get this piece of junk computer on a doorbuster sale for $149. No, I'm serious. Okay, now your phone.
I know some of the brands, but I'm not going to say them out loud.
Well, this one's a Dell. I mean, it's a good brand,
okay.
but it's got 32 gigs of storage. Most people's phones have 32 gigs
Yeah.
of storage. It has 2 gigs of RAM. Most phones have 2 gigs of RAM, and it's got a Celeron processor, but most phones have a better processor.
So they don't put those in the bullet points, though, do they?
Oh
Or do
yeah, they did.
are?
They put it loud and proud because nobody knows what they're reading.
Yeah.
And so, but and if they don't, then people get mad because they buy it thinking it's a good deal and they get it home and it won't run anything.
it's slow.
But yeah, so we get those people that come in. They're like, "Hey, I got this like 6 months ago and it's terrible. Can you fix it?" But we're actually not seeing a lot of those kind of doorbusters or really cheap things this year. We're seeing power computers this year, or computers that are being represented as power computers. The good deals on Black Friday are going to start at about $700 and go up from there.
Wow. So if you're looking for
bad.
speed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about that. So last year, we were talking about $40 tablets.
Yeah.
That was the big thing last year. Now all of a sudden, we're talking about $700
Right, but
computers.
it's
I bought one of those $25 tablets a few years ago. It didn't work.
I don't
we
like that
we
you
used it
can't
for about 3
type.
months.
My
and it was
problem
too
is like
slow.
I can't. I need a computer. Like if I'm going to be on a device, I might as well be on my phone.
That's
if I'm
why
gonna have a
tablets are
tablet.
dropping.
Yep, I might as well be on my phone because like it's more accessible, or a computer. So.
Yeah, tablets are good for consuming things.
Yeah.
They're not good for creating things.
Yeah.
So when you're a creator like you, when you make stuff like great content and advanced text messages and trepidatious
Advanced
comments,
text messages.
Then when that stuff happens, you want to have a kind of
It's the input.
Yeah,
It's the input that takes time.
the tablets are great for consuming things,
Yeah.
but the computers are better for creating, and the computers are getting smaller and lighter now as well.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing for Black Friday?
Yeah, we this year we don't do Black Friday because you see, it kind of goes counter to what selling somebody a piece of garbage computer at a really, really low price. Like if they do that at like the box stores, people line up. I don't understand it. People line up for like a week ahead of time, camp in the cold to buy some piece of junk technology that's going to break in a year, or they're going to give it to somebody else. If we do that at Schrock, people come back and they yell at us. Like they get very angry with us. So we don't do that. So basically what we do for Black Friday, what we do for the whole holiday season is the holiday special, which we're going to have next week on the show. We'll have the desktop and the laptop, just amazing computers. They start at $14.99. There's only 150 of them. We sell them at cost. So you're actually getting a better computer than the $1,700 Dell in the Costco ad, even though it doesn't have 64 gigs of RAM. We can do that.
But you're spending $1,500, but this computer screams, doesn't it?
It does. In fact, we had the first person call into the radio show last Sunday that has the consumer models at home. We have we always sell one desktop ahead and one laptop ahead. People take them home, and in exchange for getting them early, we say they have to call into the radio show.
Oh.
And so we've had
good reviews?
Yeah, absolutely, just stellar reviews so far.
Stellar.
Yes.
Well,
no trepidation whatsoever.
Schrock Innovations, they've got 3 locations, one at Village Point, Papillion, Lincoln. They're serving nachos all day at all the locations.
Look at him.
For Nacho Day.
So funny.
SchrockInnovations.com. No, there's no nachos there. But.
Yeah, you got to be here for the outtakes.
He comes in here and he's like, he talks these big words. I'm like, I've never heard that word before, Thor. So I just nod my head and pretend like I know what he's talking about. So I'm just like, I don't know what that word means.
Well, thanks a lot, buddy. Good to see you.
Have a good one.